Hello, welcome back to CGA. So, in last session we have seen about the DML, DDL, DQL and examples of those we have seen, and we have seen until in DQL we have seen just a simple select statement with a where query. So now today we are going to see the extension of the DQL, which is the select statement. Okay. So in last class we discussed the select statement will be in the same order which is displayed over here. So it will contain select class, from class, join class, where class, group by class, having class and order by class. As you are seeing in the screen, it should be mentioned in the same order as we discussed, and we can even skip some classes which is not required, but you cannot change the order of the classes. So if you see here select comes first, from comes next, and then where. So here also from select is there, after that only from is there, after from only we have where. So we here in this statement we have not used join, group by, having and order by. So it is not needed in this particular query. Okay, so let me put the select star of the table which we have created already. So these are all the records we have. Okay, so these many 5 rows we have inserted in it. So let's write few more queries, simple queries using this where condition alone, and then we will move to the group by. Okay, so this query will give you the output of the employee whose salary is greater than or equal to 25,000. Here if you see, only these 3 records has the salary greater than or equal to 25,000. So let me run it. It will provide the output of those 3 rows. Okay, now now for example, if I want to display the information about the employee who or belong to department 1 and who has got salary greater than 10,000, let's see. So I am giving this example so that you will be knowing that we can put multiple where conditions also. Okay, so select star from employee where department ID equal to 1 and salary greater than or equal to 10,000. Hope actually we have all the records in this table with greater than 10,000 only. So if I put greater than or equal to or greater than 20,000, let's see what is the output. Actually this is for this first where condition, department ID equal to 1, we will get first 2 records, and the row that satisfies the second condition also, the salary greater than 20,000, is only this particular second row. So if we run this query, we need to get only the second row as the output. Okay, if we want to display the details about employee who has got salary greater than 20,000 in 2 departments 1 and 3, then we can use in class, meaning if you put equal to or greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, we can put only one value here, but if you put in, we can mention multiple values. So in the department 1 and 3, the person who has got more than 20,000 salary will be displayed if we run this particular query. Okay, fine. And similarly we can put let me update the address field here, and then I will give you furthermore queries as an example. Okay, so in this table since we have not inserted anything into the address column, all the address are null. Okay, so here I am going to just update the value for address and the employee name so that it becomes meaningful. Okay, update is nothing but the DDL statement, DML statement, which we have uh, uh, got familiar in the last session. Okay, update employee set address equal to area 1 or something, say Chicago, where emp id equal to 1. And we can update it as New York, where emp id in 3,5. Okay, so if we see here, we have updated for 3 rows. We have updated the address for 3 rows. Okay, so now let me also update the employee name with some meaningful names. Okay, okay, let it be, no problem. Let's play with this data now. Okay, so for example, if we want to display the details of employee whose address is not known, then we can write the condition based on the, so here if we see, these two values are null. Null means nothing, we don't have anything in the particular column. So the employee B and employee D has no details about his address in our database. So let's try to fetch those two people alone here. So we'll select star from employee, where address is null. If we run this, it will display the records or the details about the employee whose address is not found. So we have only 2 rows. Okay, if I put here not null, meaning it will display the information about the employee whose address is found in the particular table, which means which is not null in the particular table. Okay, and there is an operator called like. I will tell you how that works. Okay, so let's put select star from employee, where address like n percentage, which means the address should start with n. After that, it may contain any character. Percentage means it may contain any character. So if I run this, we will get only 2 records whose address starts with the alphabet n. So if I put a percentage, I will get no record, because we don't have any record with starting with a as the address. Okay, similarly we can put, if you put the percentage at the first, and then if you put the letter, any letter, if you put the letter, then this line means the address may start with any alphabet but should end with which alphabet? K. Okay, let me put it in caps. It's not case sensitive, but still. Okay, now if we run, we have two records whose employee, these are all the employee details whose address ends with K. Okay, so if I put C percentage K, which means the address should start with C and end with K, but in between we may have any character. So if we run this, we may not be getting any records, as we don't have any record of an employee whose address starts with C and it ends with K, because it either starts with C or ends with K. The both here what we have mentioned, the address should start with C and end with K. We don't have any record. So if we run this, we will not be getting any record. Okay, this is what we can use when we do not know the exact name of the string, but we know only the part of the string. Okay, this is called like operator. Okay, now we are moving into an important topic called group by. So group by, so here if we see at the top, we have seen select, we have seen from, we have covered where, and now we are going to see the group by class. Group by, for example, let me put select star from employee. So we have this many records in our table. So the group by is used to group the rows and provide the aggregated output. Meaning, I will give you the example and then I will explain. Okay, select sum of salary from employee group by department ID. This query, this is getting error because we have written group by over there. So this particular query will group based on the department ID. For example, there are 3 department IDs we have totally in the employee table, which is 1, 2 and 3. This if I put group by department ID, so this particular the employee ID and 1 and 2 belongs to the same department ID, though they both belong to one same group, same department. Since we are grouping by department, actually what it will do is it will take the distinct department ID and then group. If we see, there are only 3 department ID that are available in the employee table. So we should get only 3 records. It should group based on each department and it should give some output. What is the output we are expecting is sum of salary in each department. So if I run this, in department, we can display the department ID also here to get the output in a meaningful way. Okay, so if we see here in the department 1, the sum is 43,000. Let's cross check. So this is the entire table record that we have. This is the output of the query that we have written using the group by. Okay, grouped by department ID. So we have got the distinct departments that we have in the table. So it grouped based on the each department. So in department 1, the sum of salary is the addition of these two. So it is 43,000. It is displaying as 43,000. In department ID 2, the sum of salary is 55,000. So this is the department ID 2. These two rows, the sum is nothing but 55,000. So in similar way, this is how the group by works. But the group by is not, we need to understand one more point in the group by is that here in the select class we cannot put any column name that is not available in this group by class. Here in group by class we have the department ID. So in the select class department ID is allowed. We cannot put any other column other than this department ID in the select class. That is, if we are writing a group by statement, that query should contain all the columns that are available, not all the columns, it should contain only the columns that are available in the group by class. Okay, in the select class we need to mention the column name which is available only in the group by class. If I mention any other column name which is not mentioned in the group by class, we will get an error. It will say employee ID is invalid in the select list. You cannot put employee ID in the select class as this employee ID is not mentioned in the group by class. So, but you may ask me, you have put the salary also in the select class. The salary is not specified alone, it is specified inside an aggregate function called sum. So if you are using the group by, if you are writing any group by select query, you can mention column names in select class which are available only in the group by class. If you are going to mention any other column, then it should be inside the aggregate function. This is the basic rules of the group by class. So let me give you some other example also. So, and I will explain you some other thing, which is here we have put sum of salary, right? Similarly, we have many other aggregate functions also. For example, count of employee ID. Okay, then we can put average of salary, and we can mention minimum salary, and also we can get maximum of salary. So it will give you the output like in each department in each department, in department 1, 43,000 is the sum of salary. In department 1 there are 2 employees are there. In department 1, average salary the people is getting is nothing but 21,500. Minimum salary is 20,000 and maximum salary is 23,000. Here, since we have not provided here, since it is department ID, this is a direct column name, so it is displaying here. But here if you see, it is displaying as no column name, so we can give some alias name for those outputs. So here we can give it this as sum. Here we can give the alias name as count. This is average, and this is min sal, and this is max. So if we run this query, we will get the output grouping by each department. What are all the, in each department, what is the sum of salary, what is the count of how many employees present in the particular department, what is the average salary the people are getting in the department, what is the minimum salary, and what is the maximum salary. But with the alias names, which will be very meaningful. See, so now it is very readable, and people will understand that, oh, okay, this is count, and two employees are available in the department ID 1, and only one member is available in the department ID 3. But there is one small trick, small thing that we need to keep in mind when we are using the group by class. I will give you, and I will update one thing, and then I will show you the details. So for example, let's update this 30,000 as null for an instance. Update employee set salary equal to null where salary equal to 30,000. So I am going to run this. If we see here, the salary detail, we don't have any salary detail for this particular employee D, which is whose employee ID is 4. So here the average will not be calculated as expected. Let's see. So here if we see, for the department ID 2, there are 2 employees, those who are working in the department ID 2. If one of the member is getting 25,000, and if the second member is not getting any salary, the average should be 25,000 by 2. But it is saying the average of salary is 25,000. So the point that we should keep in mind here is the group by ignores null value. It will not consider null value. It is not only for average. If we put the count of, here I am putting the count of salary also. We will be getting only 1, which is correct. But here again I need to convey is the group by ignores null values. Okay. So this is how the group by works. So let me tell you the points that needs to be kept in mind in group by again. If we are using group by, we can put only the columns that is available in the group by in the select class. We cannot put any other column other than the column that is mentioned in group by class in the select class. If we want to mention, we need to mention inside the aggregate function. This group by class will eliminate null value, and this is the small summary of the group by class. So if we want, we can also cross check the output that we got here. Okay, in department ID 1, the sum is 43,000. Total number of employees working is 2, which is 1 and 2. Okay, the average salary is the average of these two, which becomes 21,500. Minimum salary is 20,000, maximum salary is 23,000. So this is how the group by class groups this particular column and provides us the output. And here I am going to write one having class, which is the next class that we are going to see. This is the having class. So now the having should be written only after the group by class. Why? Let's understand here. So having, if we want the count of employee ID, we need the details about the department whose employee count is greater than 1. Then we can write the query in such a way. Let me copy and paste it here and then remove everything. So we want in each department only the count of where the count of employee should be greater than 1. That is that at least minimum of 2 employees should work in the particular department. Such a kind of department is what we need as the output. So if we see here, department ID 1 and 2 does not have more than one. Department ID 1 and 2 has 2 count, but this department ID 3 has only 1 employee. So we should ignore this in our output. So in order to do that, I am writing an having class having count of employee ID having count of employee ID greater than 1. Here we are filtering the aggregated output. Actually we have got the aggregated output as this one. In each department how many members are present. So here we are filtering the number of employees in each department which is greater than 1. Okay, we are filtering the aggregated output. See here, if we see, only 1 and 2 has more than 2 employees. Okay, I will explain you what is filtering the aggregated output. Okay, see, if I put select star from employee, if we see here, by saying this we will know, yes, department table 1 has 2 employees working in it. In department 2 there are 2 employees working. In department 3 also only 1 employee working. Okay, so in these 2 departments 2 employees are working. In department 3 only 1 employee is working. So that information we will get here by running this query, but having count of employee ID greater than 1. Actually, by seeing this we can say there are 2 employees available in the particular table, but in this table there is nowhere a column that mentions there are 2 employees in this particular department. There is no other column. That is an aggregated output of this particular query. Okay, this count of employee ID we never store in this particular table. It is calculated by aggregating it based on department ID. So if you want to filter the aggregated output that we get from this group by class output, if you want to filter this aggregated outputs value, then we can go for having. Okay, but you can ask me, but where also filters? Yes, where class also filters, but where class filters directly based on the column that is available in the table. But this count of employee ID is not the column that is directly available in the table. It is calculated based on aggregating the department ID. I will give you. So here, this is the output that we have got So what is this output? We are displaying the records, that is we are displaying the count of employee in each department for the particular department whose count of employee is greater than 1. Okay, that is only these two. Okay, but if we want to filter it directly based on the direct column, which is the department ID. The department ID is directly available in the employee table, where department ID equal to 1, or where, okay, if we run this, we will get only one row, which is the first row displayed here. Okay, not the both rows, because we have written the where condition where department ID equal to 1. Let me run this and I will show you the output. This is the entire table and this is the output of this particular query. Okay, so this department ID column is available here directly in the table. So this in where condition we are filtering the data based on the value that is available in the column. In the having class, we are filtering the output of the particular group by class, this group by statements output. We are filtering the aggregated output. This count of employee ID is not available directly in our table. This is the difference between where and having. And also we can put any where condition. If we put this where emp ID greater than 1, if we run this, I am running this, okay, this alone without having. If we run this, see, for this employee department ID 1, the count has become 1, not 2. Because we have mentioned a where condition where the employee ID should be greater than 1. This employee ID is 1, which is not greater than 1, so this row is ignored. So these 4 rows are selected. In these 4 rows, the SQL query groups based on department ID. So in 1 there is 1 employee, in 2 there are 2 employee, in 3 there is only 1 employee. That is what we are seeing over here. So here we have not used any having class, because we are directly filtering based on the employee ID column, which is directly available. That employee ID column is directly available in the table. If we put having the count of employee ID greater than 1, now we will get only the second row as the output. Let's see. Fine. Okay, and also there is another one class called order by, which we have written here. Okay, order by. And this order by I will explain you now. See, here select star from employee. So we are getting all the records. Now I am going to order by salary descending. See, now we have displayed the order in which the primary key, actually we have inserted the record in this particular table and we are just selecting it, but it displays in the order where how it is inserted. That is based on the primary key column. It sorts out and then it is showing us the output here. Okay, now I am going to change the order of display from this table based on the salary descending. So if we see 45,000 is the maximum salary that we have in the employee table. So the order of display has been changed based on the salary column in a descending order. If we can also mention ascending order, it will display all the records in the ascending order of the salary. See, null 20,000, 23,000, 25,000, 45,000. See, the employee ID's order has got changed based on the salary. Okay, what will happen if we did not mention anything over here? If we did not mention any ascending or descending over here, by default the order by class will work in ascending order. The same output you will get. Okay, it's not that we can put order by only here. We can put order by in any query that we write. Here also we can put the order by. If we put order by department ID descending, actually in this query we are getting only one record, so I will first run this and then I will show you the order by output in this class, in this query. So we are getting these three rows. So we are getting these three rows for this query. Okay, so now if I want to order it, already it is ordered based on department ID only. So if I want to change the order based on the department ID, but in the descending order, if I put order by descending, the output will be displayed based on the descending department ID order. So this is how the group by, having, order by, everything works, and we have also seen the difference between where and having also in the particular example. So here, except this join class, we have seen all the classes of the particular select query. We will discuss about this join. This join is very tricky and very vast, so we will discuss about the joins, types of joins, and how this join actually works, how SQL Server joins multiple tables and provides us the output, in which way. Let's discuss. There are multiple joins that is available in our SQL Server table, so this is the main thing that we need to understand deeply. So in order to learn this, we should have knowledge about the topic that we have covered in the two trainings. Let's discuss about join in the next class. Thank you.